Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Westside High School here at Warrior Field. We have a great matchup for you guys today between the Westside Warriors, 10-8, and Millard South, between 14-5. It's a beautiful day, a little bit of wind. Tell us about the weather, Jackson.
Yeah, Zach, it's looking like a great day. We're kind of staying around 70 degrees-ish. A little bit of wind, but not as bad as what we saw against Bell East. But yeah, it should be a great day for baseball today.
As we get started here, leading off for the Patriots is Braden Hodges, playing second base today. And on the mound for the Warriors today, we got Jackson Gouda. First pitch, bunting, popped way back.
Yeah, this will be a big day for Gouda. Gouda earlier today told me that when they got their schedule at the beginning of the season, this was a game that he circled, knowing that he would play. Playing against this Millard South team is going to be very, very important for him.
Second pitch outside, even out the count at 1-1. Gouda's had a pretty solid season. He's got 28 strikeouts with a 1.8 ERA. And that pitch is catching the outside corner for strike 2. Gouda's set for this 1-2 pitch. Pitch is way outside, ball number 2. The 2-2 pitch from Gouda. Owens fouled back, third base side and out of play. Get the 2-2 count as Hodges looks on to Gouda for the 2-2 pitch. That pitch is fouled back once again, third base side. A lot of foul balls here from Hodges early in this first at-bat.
And that wind is starting to pick up a little bit, so it's definitely helping carry those balls backwards.
2-2 pitch from Gouda, hit straight back up the middle. Fielded, throw to first, in time, retires Hodges.
What a play there by Rezak. Getting it quickly to first base, Andy Stokes.
Batting second for the Patriots center fielder, number 5.
Hitting second today for the Patriots is Max Hurd, out there in center, went on defense. As Hurd steps into the box, as he looks on to Gouda for the 0-0 pitch. That one's fouled back onto his ankle. It's got to hurt.
He hopped a little bit, but I think he should be all right. We'll see here.
Get a little break with that ball rolling around. That one's thrown back to the umpire. Appears his ankle is going to be fine. Steps back into the box. 0-1 count after that foul ball. That pitch is fouled straight back once again towards Millard South dugout. Very active and loud dugouts to start this game.
Yeah, definitely. And from Westside's dugout, I'm definitely hearing some Max Coughlin. He's got his voice definitely resonates. Probably why he's our main commentator for Warrior TV. So
Gouda steps off before that 0-2 pitch. That one's fouled. Barely catches a piece of that one, going straight back towards the net. Still 0-2 after that foul ball. Already running out of foul balls, and umpire having to get more from the dugouts after that.
I mean, Gouda with such a deadly strong arm, I definitely think it's going to be hard for these batters to be able to get good contact off of Gouda today.
That's the first ball of the count, now 1-2. Gouda's definitely looking to get ahead early in these counts. The big arsenal of pitches. That one's hit back towards the Millard South dugout. Still 1-2 after another foul ball. The storyline of this game is definitely which team can get ahead early. Both of these teams like jumping out to leads. Westside can struggle to come back sometimes. That pitch is outside. That's ball 2-2. Hurd looks on to Gouda for the 2-2 pitch. Pitch is outside and high. Now full count, 3-2. Full count pitch from Gouda. That one's hit straight back towards the left center gap. Be under that one. That's out number 2.
And now up at bat will be Cam Kojal. This is the matchup that Gouda's been wanting. Last year, Kojal went yard on him, and this is part of the reason why this game is so important to him.
And I tell you what stats he's leading in for this team, but the answer is everything. He's the best player in the state by quite a bit margin.
And there's definitely a reason why this guy's already committed to Vanderbilt, which that kind of speaks for itself on how good of a player this guy is. So,
just to give you a couple brush-ups on his stats, he's got 5 home runs, and he leads the team with 29 hits. The 0-1 pitch as Gouda will step off there. Looks like something might have gotten to his eye.
And how about that 508 batting average for Kojal? And that's not something you see in high school sports every day.
Gouda's 0-1 pitch to Kojal. One's outside. 1-1 to Kojal. The 1-1 pitch to Kojal from Gouda. It's outside once again. 2-1. Like you said, Gouda really circled this match for one reason. That's Cam Kojal.
Right.
Everyone's always looking to get their shot at Kojal. But for most pitchers, it doesn't go the way they look in.
Yeah, but with a pitcher like Gouda, it's really hard to tell. I think he'll definitely have a fair shot at taking out a beast like Kojal.
That pitch was in there for a strike. This pitch is hit straight back to second. On to first. Easy play. That'll end the inning. That's a 1-2-3 inning for the Warriors. As we head to the bottom of the first, where the top 3 in the lineup due up for the Warriors.
We're headed to the bottom of this first.
The Warriors starting lineup, first 3 today, will be Nick Engblom out in right, Nikolai French playing third, Michael Zimmerman behind the plate catching those strikes for Gouda. We welcome you back here to WTV as we start the bottom of the first. Warriors will be up to bat. On the mound today for the Patriots is Grant Redkin. He's got a 1.4 ERA. Only 1 win in 5 innings pitched. Not a ton of starts.
Number 4, Nick
But he
Engblom.
definitely has the control that you're looking for against a Warriors team.
Yeah, and Rankin really is going to want to make his appearance felt today, as you said, hasn't played too much this season, but
That pitch is outside for ball number 1. Quick pitch. One's fouled back. The reason you're seeing a pitcher with less experience out there today. Is possible doubleheader for the Patriots tomorrow.
Yep, they're going to be playing in the semifinals for sure in the Metro State Tournament. And if they win that, they'll play a doubleheader, but they'll start off by playing against Creighton Prep.
That pitch is outside. That's ball 2, 2-1. The pinch from Rankin. Swing and a miss from Anglum. That's strike number 2.
And Anglum is our hit leader for Westside with 20 hits this season. He's had a pretty good season for himself, I could say.
Pitch from Rankin to Anglum. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That retires Anglum. Quick strikeout there for Anglum. Stepping in the box for the Warriors, hitting number 2 out at third base today, Nikolai French.
Baseman, number 17, Nicola French.
Nikolai French, one of the 2 sophomores you'll see for the Warriors today. Called time there from French as he steps back into the box. Rankin's pitch to French. It's high, a little bit outside maybe. It's ball 1.
And alongside Jack Schultz, the French and the other sophomore on this team, although on a heavy senior team, they've really made their presence felt. French is the leading doubles leader for Westside, and Schultz has had a pretty good season for himself too.
Early jump ahead for French in the count, 3-0. No strikes from Rankin yet to French. As Rankin lurks to get his first strike at the count to French. Pitch is outside, a 4-pitch walk to French. French will take his base, and the senior going to Sioux Falls, Michael Zimmerman, will step into the box. Zimmerman will be behind the plate, catching those strikes for Jackson Gouda.
French puts in the board and brings to the plate. Third in the lineup, the catcher, number 11, Michael Zimmerman.
And Zimmerman last week against Bell East had a pretty good game for himself. He had a triple.
Steal attempt on the wild pitch. He'll be in there just barely in time, safe on the stolen base from Nikolai French after getting that 4-pitch walk last at bat. Now runners in scoring position. Michael Zimmerman looks to drive him in, add on to that RBI count of his.
And he's got 14 on the season, which leads him for Westside.
Quick little mound visit there. Tell him to calm down out there on the mound. Don't want to give up that early run that we were talking about.
Right.
Zimmerman looks on to the 1-0 pitch. Rankin will step off. Already a bit scared of that speed after that little pitch in the dirt. French stealing second.
Yeah, and Westside's got a lot of speedsters. I mean, we've got Brody Gock and Anthony Rezak, who leads the team in stolen bases with 7. So Rankin's definitely going to want to keep his eye out.
That pitch was in the zone for strike number 1. As Rankin's 1-1 pitch to Zimmerman. Another wild pitch gets back to the backstop. French will move up to third. A little bit of words there from the pitcher to the catcher. Maybe not a little happy with that blocking attempt. Regardless, French will move up, now only 90 feet from scoring.
And with Rankin definitely in his head right now after letting off 2 stolen bases by French, I'm sure that the Coughlin brothers chirping in the dugout is not helping his self-esteem right now.
That's ball number 3 from the outside pitch, now 3-1 to Zimmerman. The pitch, swing and a miss from Zimmerman. Now full count. The pitch to Zimmerman, hit back to third. Third baseman will come home. They have French in a rundown. He loses the ball at home plate. French able to get back in time. And after that, coming home, Zimmerman will get to first easily without even a throw.
I mean, that is just a mistake you cannot make as a catcher. That was an out that he definitely should have had in the bag, and he knows that. But French is just lucky to be alive right now, staying home at third.
Cholino.
We've got a pitch runner, Ty Cholino, out there for Zimmerman now on first. Cholino playing a bit of infield this year, as he is committed to go play college ball. It's been a little bit since he's been able to step in the box and get some at-bats, but regardless, Cholino, another speedster of the Warriors. Wouldn't be surprised if you see the stolen base attempt from Cholino early in the count here. And now hitting cleanup for the Warriors today, Andy Stokes out there on first, the top half of the innings. Stoke will look on with batters at the corners. That pitch is fouled out first base side toward the batting cages.
19, Andy Stokes.
Stokes looks on to Rankin for the 0-1 pitch after that foul ball. Rankin keep an eye out on those runners on the corners. Another foul ball straight back to the backstop. Now Stokes down early, down 0-2. Worst thing you could do here, hit into a double play if you're Stokes.
Yeah, and Stokes is one of the leading hitters for Westside. He's got a 3.41 batting average. So it's tough to say, but I don't think he will be making the wrong play here, if I were to guess.
That pitch is inside. First ball to count, 1-2. Rankin's 1-2 pitch to Stokes. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's out on strikes for Stokes. Now stepping into the box for the Warriors, Davison Kryling, hitting 5. Warriors really looking to get a hit here from Kryling to drive in that run with French on third. It's a big first run if they're able to get it. So Kryling will step into the box with runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
And Kryling is one of those players who has a lot to offer in his artillery. He's the second leading hitter for Westside, and he is the lowest ERA of the team as a pitcher. So he really can do a lot, whether it's outfield or up at bat.
No 0-1 pitch. That one's in there for strike number 2 from Rankin. Kryling digging himself a hole. So Kryling looks on for the 0-2 pitch from Rankin. Rankin's pitch. Hit straight up. Will it get through? No, it won't. Easy play for the second baseman. That'll end the inning. Another big struggle of the Warriors, leaving runners on base and in scoring position. As you see it there again, stranding French on third.
Yeah, definitely. They didn't have that much of a problem against Westview at their 13-3 run victory. However, in their game against Bell East, we definitely saw that happen a lot, Zach. There were so many guys. There were so many opportunities with bases fully loaded where very little or 0 runs were scored for Westside. So if they're going to want to get some more victories this season, they're definitely going to need to get some, tighten some screws in that area.
So we'll head to the top of the second here. We'll have the cleanup hitter for the Patriots up. This is actually your pitcher, Cran Recken, leading off the inning. Not something you see every day in all levels of baseball. Your pitcher hitting cleanup.
Yeah, we were pretty. You were more shocked as you're more knowledgeable of baseball than I am, but you were telling me. I mean, that's just not something you see at all, and it was something we were pretty shocked up here in the scores box. So,
nevertheless, though, even though it's not something you see every day, Rankin having a great season for himself in the box.
First here in the top of the second, the pitcher, number 17, Grant Rankin.
And the reason you're seeing the pitcher hitting 4 today is Rankin's not your everyday pitcher for the Patriots. Like we said, little appearances. As that pitch is hit straight into left, he's able to get under it for out number 1, quickly retire Rankin.
And I think it's pretty safe to say that most of the coaching decisions today for Millard South will be surrounded around the fact that they have a possible doubleheader coming tomorrow in the Metro State Tournament. So the game will be a lot different than if they say hadn't had any games tomorrow.
And then stepping into the box now for the Patriots, Brody Gindra. That pitch is going to be outside. That's ball number 1. That pitch from Gouda is going to be right down the gut. That's strike 1. Evens out the count at 1-1. Pitch from Gouda. Fouled back towards the first base line. Bouncing off the Warriors' back net back behind us by those batting cages.
Saving the girls' tennis team who are currently playing some matches behind us.
That's a swing and a miss. That's drop strike 3. He's able to throw to first. In time, he gets him barely. Zimmerman with that gun behind home plate. He's able to get him on the drop strike 3.
And Zimmerman is just one of those catchers that you're so thankful to have on your team. His awareness, whether things are running like clockwork or a pitch in the dirt bounces way back behind you, he's still able to make a play to Stokes there.
Now
Great IQ.
Box for the Patriots is the DH, Easton Mitchell. Pitch is high. That's ball 1. So that pitch from Gouda catches the outside corner. That's strike number 2. The pitch from Gouda, swung on third base side. It's foul.
We see Jay Coughlin busting his tail down there to get that foul ball. Great team player, even though he's not playing today.
Gouda's 1-2 pitch. Tapped foul, first base side, straight back to the south dugout. Gouda will step up, ready for the 1-2 pitch. The pitch. Swung on into left field. That'll be a base hit. First hit for the Patriots here today. Stepping into the box now for the Patriots. It's going to be Carson Durr. He'll be behind the plate today. See him making those stops that he was unable to make in the first inning, giving up those 2 bases after those wild pitches. Gouda's 0-0 pitch, fouled straight back towards those batting cages. In those batting cages, you'll actually see Westside reserve team getting ready for their match later today. Gouda will step off with a little weak throw over to first. It's definitely not a pickup attempt from Gouda, just trying to shorten that lead out there at first. See another one in there without sliding.
Oh, that was a pickup attempt there. Gouda's got such a strong arm that if you're leading off on base, you got to be so careful about this guy.
That pitch from Gouda will be inside and high. That's ball 1. Now 1-1. The reason you're seeing those pickoff attempts, guy on first out there, Easton Mitchell, playing with him a little bit, making a bunch of weird movements out there at first. That pitch hits left field again, and Rizak unable to make the diving play there as Rizak was heading into the outfield from short. What an attempt from Rizak, but unable to make the play.
And Rizak truly is just a Westside athlete, star quarterback for the football team. Athletic play there, still came a little bit short, but wow, what an attempt.
It's definitely a play you can see him make, though, just coming off the end of his glove. Barely unable to make that catch, keeping the runners at first and second nonetheless. Stepping into the box now, J.D. Moffett. Swing and a miss on that low pitch from Gouda as strike number 1. Gouda looks back at the runner at second. The 0-1 pitch. That one straight down the gut. Strike number 2.
And that fastball from Gouda is deadly. Such a great pitcher. That's why he's committed to Grinnell.
Moffett down in the count early, 0-2, the pitch from Gouda. That swung on. Missed. Barely catching a piece of that is Moffett, staying alive.
And Gouda this game really has just been jumping early on that ball count. It's been numerous times where the count has started off 0-2.
That 0-2 pitch swung on a miss. That'll end the inning. Gouda getting one more strikeout, adding that total he's already got. As we'll head to the bottom of the second, the Warriors due up in the inning will be Charlie Henningsen, Anthony Rizak, and Brody Gock, the speedster.
Second baseman number 13, Charlie Henningsen.
Now stepping into the box for the Warriors, Charlie Henningsen, playing second today. Pitch from Rankin. It'll be outside. Ball number 1. Henningsen looks on for the 0-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Evens out the count at 1-1. Rankin's 1-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner. That's strike number 2. See a lot of the painting of the corners from those pitchers early in this game.
Definitely. Rankin not having much history on the season so far, but he is trying his best to get into the swing of things.
And that pitch was hit sharply to second. Retired is Henningsen. Now stepping into the box is that all-around athlete, like you mentioned, playing short today, Anthony Rizak. As Rizak looks on for the first pitch, pitches outside, 0-1.
I'll tell you what Millard South doesn't want to do is let Anthony Rizak get on base today because, like I said earlier, he leads the team in stolen bases, so once he gets on base, he's a threat.
And the hard cut from Rizak, swung on and a miss. That'll be strike number 1. 1-1 pitch. Fouled back towards the west side dugout along the third base side. That'll be strike number 2 on that foul ball. Now 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch from Rankin to Rizak. Inside, nearly hitting him for ball number 2. The chirping from the dugouts continue from both teams.
And I do not think it's going to stop anytime soon, Zach, I'll tell you that.
That pitch is hit straight back up the middle into center field. Rizak will reach on that single.
And this is what the Warriors wanted. We got Rizak on base. Again, a speedster.
Now stepping into the box for the Warriors is Brody Gok. Not in the field today. He's hitting, just hitting his Gok. Gok is that speedster that really just represents Westside. You know, may not be leading the team in stolen bases, but he's always out there, whether that's hitting in the field or just pinch running most often. It's that pitch from Rankin as Rizak will take off here on the first pitch. He's in there safe.
Number 8 for Rizak. Number 8 on the season, adding to his leading stolen bases.
Like we said, Anthony Rizak is looking to take that bag right away.
Rankin's got to watch out for him, I'll tell you, Zach.
The 1-0 pitch now from Rankin as he looks back at Rizak on second. Is hit on second base. Gok hustling down to first base. Pitches in time. It'll be out number 2. Moving up on that ground ball is Rizak, now 90 feet away from scoring at third base.
Up next for the Warriors, batting ninth, center fielder, number 16, Jack Scholes.
Now stepping into the box is that other star-studded sophomore, Jack Scholes. The pitch to Scholes will be a little bit outside for ball 1. Scholes ending the order for the Warriors today. So they'll look to drive in the run. That's hit straight back to short sharply. And the pitch is across the diamond in time. That'll end the inning. Still an 0-0 ball game as we head to the top of the third.
Warriors second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1.
Like we said, what do the Warriors struggle at? Leaving runners in scoring position as they strand another one on third base.
And Gouda will take the mound again. Gouda veers, if you'll notice, every time that Gouda takes the mound, he has the exact same ritual every time. Walks around from the backside of the mound, fixes that arm sleeve. Gouda has his sport down to every minute detail, and that's why he's such an efficient pitcher for Westside.
Coach Seals and the rest of the Warriors coaching staff are definitely looking for a long game from Gouda. You know, not a team with a ton of pitching depth, only 3 or 4 always out there starting type pitchers. And with all of them pitching last weekend and last week, you have to get a good game from Gouda. You don't want him having to come out early and having to use up more of your bullpen that you don't always have ready.
Right, and if there's one thing about Jackson Gouda, it's his patience. That man has a lot of patience. He did lose our fantasy football league, and he had to spend 7 hours in an IHOP eating 17 pancakes doing the IHOP challenge.
That pitch from Moriarty is bunted down. Zimmerman able to field right out in front of the plate. Zimmerman showing off his arm behind the plate as he's able to throw out Moriarty. And now turning over to the top of the lineup is the Patriots for Braden Hodges. That pitch from Gouda's high. Another squared bunt from the Patriots. A lot of bunt attempts early in this game from the Patriots.
I think they're starting to realize that not many of their players are getting great hits off of this great pitcher of Gouda. So
this is Gouda's 1-0 pitch. That'll be up high and outside. Ball number 2.
You know, maybe we're starting to think if Cam Kozier can't hit it, I don't think any of us are going to be able to, so that might be why they're resorting to the bunt.
This is Gouda's 2-0 pitch. Be inside, down low. 3-0 count now.
An unusual start for Gouda. He's not started off count as a 3-0 in this game so far.
Going back to those bunts from the Patriots, it's hard to lay down a clean bunt on such a hard fastball from Gouda. That pitch will be in there. That's strike number 1, now 3-1. Gouda's 3-1 pitch. Swung on, hit back to the first base coach. There's now full count from Gouda to Hodges. 1 down. Hodges will look on for the 3-2 pitch. That swung on, hit right back where the last pitch was hit. Straight back to that first base coach. Payoff pitch here from Gouda. It'll be popped up, third base side. Zrizak's able to come over from his shortstop position and make that play. A little bit of a pooch pop up there. Sometimes you'll see those get down. Unable to get down is that one. Zrizak's able to run out, show his speed, make that play in shallow left field. Now stepping into the box is Max Hurd. Hurd last time up, grounding, popping out to left field, sorry. It's the first pitch from Gouda, catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Gouda's 0-1 pitch. That's hit sharply into right field. Able to get under that one. That'll be out. Number 3. Another quick inning from Gouda, 1-2-3.
In third. For the Patriots, no runs. No
Very fast-paced game here. Still no runs as we head into the bottom of the third. A lot of 1-2-3 innings from both pitchers. Gouda being very efficient with his pitches here early.
And with
Now
Rankin
stepping into the box for the Warriors here in the bottom of the third. We'll see the top of the lineup, Nick Engblom, Nikolai French, and Michael Zimmerman.
With Rankin coming back on the mound, I think he's definitely aware that the Warriors are going to get some hits. However, I don't think he's too concerned yet about them getting any runs off of him, because that is, again, something that Westside has struggled with, and they're going to have to get together if they're going to want to win this game tonight.
And it's only got to be a matter of time before these Warriors figure out they need to get that hit. It's all these games that they're losing just comes down to not being able to get that timely hit, whether that's here early in the third or late in the 6th or 7th. The Warriors have just been unable to get that clutch hit
Exactly.
from any of the hitters here in the lineup.
Right.
Just struggling to drive in runners has just been the absolute heartbreaking storyline of the Warriors this season. So we get ready to start the bottom of the third. Nick Engblom will step into the box. When he led off top of the first, he struck out.
Out of third, top of the lineup for the Warriors. Right fielder number 4, Nick Engblom.
Engblom will look on for this first pitch of the at-bat from Rankin. Rankin's pitch. Read down and outside. Ball 1 to Engblom. Like you mentioned earlier, Jackson, Engblom, the hits leader on this team. The 1-0 pitch from Rankin. Be a little bit inside. That's ball 2. The 2-0 pitch from Rankin. Swung on, tapped foul, straight back.
Engblom hoping to add to his hit count on the season. It's again the leader in hits for Westside.
Now the 2-1 pitch here from Rankin. Engblom's on. Hit straight into second. Engblom will be retired at first. Engblom now going 0 for 2 on the day. And early in this game, already seeing a lot of groundouts to second base. The second baseman's having a lot of action here early in the game. French will step in the box here from the Warriors. Last time he was up in the first. He was able to draw a walk. 4-pitch walk, to be precise.
And then he was able to steal 2 bases after that, so he's definitely going to hope to repeat that and hopefully get a run this inning.
With those 2 stolen bases is definitely not somebody Rankin wants to let get on base again here in the 3rd. That pitch from Rankin's fouled straight to the 3rd base side. Coach Seals making a bit of an acrobatic play.
And that's why he's a coach and not a player. Completely botches the throw and misses Rankin.
So you make the good play there, fielding the ball, but not the best of throws from Coach Seal back to the mound.
Westside dug out, gives him a hard time for that, but hopefully he'll bounce back next time a ball comes his way.
And that 1-1 pitch is tapped foul to the on-deck circle. Now 1-2. And in that on-deck circle, you'll see Michael Zimmerman, who's able to reach last time on an air. Now the 1-2 pitch, way outside, that one getting away from Rankin. Not a very hard choice there from French to lay that one off. That one was nowhere near home plate.
Not at all. You could hear it thud against the back wall. I think that's just Rankin's lack of experience this season getting the better of him.
That pitch barely missing. Now a full count to French. Rankin definitely wishing he got that strike 3 call. That one couldn't have missed by much. Now the full count pitch will be outside. French will draw another walk. French now 2 for 2 on walks. Stepping into the box is the catcher, Michael Zimmerman. Like I just mentioned, he reached on that little botched play from the catcher behind the plate when French tried coming home on the ground ball, but French was able to get back after the catcher dropped the throw from the 3rd baseman. The first pitch of the at-bat from Rankin. That one's low for ball number 1. Now the 1-0 pitch will be high fly ball. Right fielder shading back, able to get under that one. Not tagging his French at first. Long run out there in right, but able to get under that one for out number 2. And as we've been going on, the wind dying down just a little bit. Now just several strong gusts coming in every once in a while from right field.
And that's something the players got to be aware about with that wind constantly changing. Got to pick their spots when they're hitting up at bat.
That pitch from Rankin right down the gut. It's a waist-high strike. Now in the box is Andy Stokes. Stokes, last time he was up to bat, he struck out. French will make another steal attempt, but that one's fouled back. A little bit of hit-and-run action for the Westside Warriors.
French is definitely ready to run today. He was ready to steal second if Stokes hadn't hit that ball foul. Hopefully get his third of the day, but we'll see if he's able to make it later on.
Rankin gets set for the 0-2 pitch. French not going. That'll be a called strike 3 to end the inning. Stokes striking out once again. That pitch barely catching the inside of the plate there. Stokes maybe not too happy with that strike 3 call. From our angle, it definitely looked like a strike. And with 2 strikes, you have to protect the plate. Anything close, you gotta swing. Try and foul it back. Try and fight to live another day. But Stokes unable to do that on that pitch.
And for our viewers who are interested, I feel like I did a rough job of explaining Gouda's IHOP patience. He did lose our fantasy football league, and the challenge was to stay at an IHOP for 24 hours, and every pancake that you eat is 1 hour off the time that you have to stay there. Now Gouda absolutely scarfed down 17 pancakes in 7 hours, which seems like a long time for such little pancakes, but those pancakes are big, I'll tell you. I was there, and he was struggling, but to connect this back to baseball, that is a lot of patience you got to have. So I think Gouda's definitely ready to be pitching a long game tonight.
And those pancakes, Gouda had to swallow down not affecting his play today on the
Oh,
diamond
not at all. I think
whatsoever.
it turned to 100% muscle, and that's just helping out his fastball.
Now Kojal stepping into the box.
Leading off the
Kojal unable to reach in the first, but Kojal's always looking to get a hit. Something that he's bound to do almost every game with that 500 batting average.
Right, and this at-bat is super important to Gouda, so he's definitely going to want to put his best into this.
And Gouda's pitch will be bunt from Kojal, hit to French. French unable to make the throw. Regardless if he was able to make that play, Kojal was going to be safe at first.
Right.
Kojal with just electric speed down that first base side. No chance for French at first.
The pitcher number 17, Grant Rankin.
Now the pitcher, Grant Rankin, stepping in. Last time he was up, he flew out to left. Kojal, definitely one of those guys that will take second when given the chance, leading this team. Another bunt laid down from the Patriots. Gouda fielding his position and called out from the umpire. Barely getting gunned there from Gouda.
And that's a close call right there. You could tell the Millard South dugout was definitely disappointed, as almost every one of them exhaled in disappointment.
Now stepping into the box is Brody Gindra. Early in this game, you're seeing a lot of that sacrifice bunting play. As French will look Kojal back. And the throw to first in time, retiring for out number 2. But Kojal advancing after that throw to first from French. Definitely the smart play there from French looking back Kojal, but Kojal with that amazing speed and awareness, he's able to take third, move up one base closer to scoring. Now stepping into the box is the DH Easton Mitchell for the Patriots. Pitch from Gouda to Mitchell, that'll be in there for strike number 1. Now the 2-out pitch from Gouda. That'll be down. Great block from Zimmerman behind the plate. Anything getting back behind Zimmerman will probably result in a run with that electric speed from Kojal down at third base.
Most definitely, and that would just add to Kojal's stat lines, which, again, he leads in almost every. That would add to stolen base.
And a fist pump there from Zimmerman after that fantastic pitch from Gouda. Now 1-2 is the count.
And Gouda, again, getting that early in the count.
1-2 pitch from Gouda. Check swing, not going around. She's able to hold off on that 1-2 pitch. It's a ball, now 2-2. Gouda will check back on that runner. Kojal at third. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on strike 3, the fist pump. Very hype is the Warriors as they're able to get Kojal stranded at third.
And Gouda, you can tell that this is a game that, again, he's had circled on his calendar. He's showing that he's prepared, letting off no runs in this game, only 2 hits, still runless 4 innings for the Millard South Patriots.
The energy from the Westside dugout early in this game is unmatched. They're just super active, whether that's chirping at the pitchers out there on the mound. They're very loud. As you saw Gouda get that strike 3 pitch to end that last inning, all those runners running out, cheering on Gouda. And that fist pump and the words to Gouda from Zimmerman behind home plate. Just all around words of encouragement for these Warriors as they're able to put up 4 scoreless innings from these Patriots.
And that's something, as a coach, you love to have that in your players. Just a bunch of brothers all rallying together. And Zimmerman was telling me that he just loves playing with his guys. He loves playing with his teammates. He's close with so many of them, whether it's playing baseball on the field or baseball off the field in MLB The Show on PlayStation and Xbox. So, I mean, these guys are just so close with one another. And when they're all hyping up, they all thrive together, and that's often when we'll see them get wins, and hopefully they can pull one off tonight.
And now leading off for the Warriors here in the bottom of the fourth is Davison Kryling. Kryling out there in left field today. Rankin back out on the mound for this fourth inning. A pitch from Rankin. Hit softly. The third baseman coming in to make that play. That would be way past the first baseman, but not advancing, is Kryling.
Smart choice there by Kryling. Staying at first. I know with such a botch throw like that, it's so easy to jump the gun and run over to second, but that was definitely the right choice for Kryling there.
Kind of surprised that the third baseman undercut Kojal on that ground ball, as Kojal is the one with the stronger arm. Maybe Kojal being able to make the right throw if he's able to get his hands on that one. That pitch is hit sharply to second, on to second for one, and diving into first, calling him out is the umpire. That'll be out number 2.
And that double play for Millard South is super important. You could tell that the Westside dugout was not happy about that call at all, having the same reaction that Millard South did on the previous inning on a similar play.
Definitely a bang-bang play there for the umpire to have to make that call. Could have gone either way. And that one's a big uppercut from Rizak. He swung on and missed that pitch. Now 0-1. Rizak's pitch be outside. Ball 1. Evens out the count at 1-1. Rankin will look on for the 1-1 pitch here with 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth, still scoreless. That pitch will be fouled straight back really hard. Making that play, bouncing off the backstop here. Another 1-2 pitch from Rankin to Rizak. This pitch will be hit tapper to pitcher Rankin. Rankin on to first, makes that play, ends the bottom in the fourth. Still scoreless here in this inning.
And although a scoreless game, this 4 innings in, it does not feel like one. We're definitely getting lots of action from up here, and this is a game, folks, you definitely are going to want to stay tuned for, as it'll be close, I think, till the end.
Actually flying through this game right now. Only about 45 to 50 minutes here into this game, and we're already in the 5th inning. Great pitching from both pitchers. Very efficient with their pitches. Able to get those outs, not necessarily on the strikeouts, but letting their fielders do the work.
And who doesn't love a quick baseball game? I mean, I know it's super easy for baseball games to get up to 7 hours long, but it looks like we're going to be getting dinner early tonight, Zach.
Very, very quick game. Only 3 innings here left to play. It hasn't even been an hour. Definitely not something you see every day.
Not at all.
Now stepping into the box, number 26 and behind the plate, Carson Durr. Last time he was up, he had a single. As Durr will look on to add to his perfect day so far. Pitch from Gouda to Durr. Swung on, hit straight back towards those Westside tennis courts. As we mentioned, those batting cages and tennis courts back behind us, the Westside Warriors field actually has a second net even higher than the net in front of us. And that pitch from Gouda, that's in there on the swing and miss, that's strike 2.
Before they had that back net installed, my dad, who loved to play tennis, he was a little more athletic back then. He doesn't play tennis as much anymore, but he played tennis, and he always described baseballs flying into the courts and messing up their point, so I think that's pretty much why, mostly for the tennis players, they have that back net installed, and for the safety of the cars in the senior lot behind us.
The 1-2 pitch from Gouda, that's hit into left center. Able to get under that one. That's out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. Flying out to center, there's Durr. Now stepping into the box will be J.D. Moffett. Last time Moffett came up to bat, he struck out.
Number 18, J.D. Moffett.
Moffett looks on to Gouda for this first pitch. That don't catch the outside corner, called strike at the knees. Good ahead early in the count now, 0-1. Gouda's 0-1 pitch to Moffett. Bouncing off home plate. Zimmerman liking that pitch as he points back to Gouda. That off-speed pitch. Was able to draw the swing and miss, but definitely still a great pitch from Gouda. And the pitch swung on. That was what he was looking for in the last pitch. Replicating that exact same pitch again was Gouda, and able to get the swing and a miss. For strike number 2.
And with the support from Zimmerman to Gouda, there's no better feeling as an athlete to making a great play and having your teammates having a lot of support for you on that.
That one swung on, missed. Strike 3 in the dirt. Zimmerman makes another throw to first. That'll be out number 2. Now stepping into the box, the bottom of the lineup, Tyler Moriarty.
Left fielder number 12, Tyler Moriarty.
Moriarty, last time he was up, he had a little dribble as he grounded out to the catcher. So that pitch will be down low, the block from Zimmerman for ball number 1. Gouda's 1-0 pitch. Little weak swing there from Moriarty. Maybe second guessing himself on that one.
Let's get a look at that hair. Almost touching his jersey, the numbers on the back of his jersey.
That pitch from Gouda's called foul as it bounced in the batter's box before going fair. French was ready to throw on to first there, but called foul from the home plate umpire Larry Cahill. Now the 1-2 pitch from Gouda. Swung on, that's another strike 3 in the dirt. The throw from Zimmerman, nice and easy to complete the strikeout. Another half inning ends here. Head to the bottom of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th for the Warriors coming up.
Still a scoreless game. Definitely not what we were expecting here from these two teams. Two high-scoring teams like to give up runs. Lots of hits from these teams, though, but just unable to get those hits to drive in runs.
And Westside holding off Millard South really well, which I know lots of people were not expecting, as Millard South recently came off a win against Millard West, who in recent history destroyed Westside. So this is definitely what Westside is wanting right now, this late in the game, in the bottom of the 5th.
Like we mentioned earlier, definitely not a must-win game for these Patriots, as they may be looking ahead possibly already to the doubleheader possibly tomorrow. Still definitely a winnable game for both of these teams, but not pitching those ace pitchers or those typical starting pitchers were the Patriots. Now stepping into the box here in the bottom of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th leading off.
That speedster, Brody Gok.
Brody Gok.
Gok, the designated hitter for the Warriors. First pitch there from Rankin, that's outside for ball number 1. Gok, the last time he was up, he grounded out to the second baseman. Another pitch from Rankin. Another outside pitch. It'll be ball number 1. Gok will look on to Rankin for the 2-0 pitch. Then it'll be fouled back towards the batting cages once again over that first base dugout. Now they count 2-1 here for Gok. That pitch is just outside. Now 3-1, Gok ahead in the count.
And great awareness from Gok right now, letting off 3 balls. Those balls weren't way out there, but definitely a good eye. Well, let's have a second strike. Back to a full count then.
That pitch in there for a strike, now full count for Gok. Gok really looking to get on with the speed. Hit towards short. Tapped. Kojal on to first for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Kojal just making the game look so smooth and easy.
And that's what makes great athletes great, being able to make great plays but make it look so easy. And that's entirely why he's committed to such a great school like Vanderbilt.
That one from Schultz is hit sharply straight to Kojal. Kojal making another easy and smooth play to retire Schultz at first. Now turning over the order for the Warriors.
Top of the lineup for the Warriors, right fielder.
Nick Engblom stepping into the box. Engblom 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. The first pitch to Engblom. He hit short tapper to second, on to first to end this inning. Another 1-2-3 inning as this game continues to move on at a fast pace.
Warriors, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base.
We'll head to the top of the sixth. Patriots up to bat. Another inning completed in 10 minutes.
That's 5. That's 5 innings in 1 hour. Holy cow.
If you do the math there, just over 5 minutes an inning.
Wow.
Just super quick game.
I think it's 11 minutes an inning.
That's why I'm here in the box and not in math class right now. Maybe I
Right.
should be studying my basic multiplication facts.
We'll work on that, Zach. We'll work on it.
I definitely need to. But what I do know, stepping up to the plate, and for the top of the order will be Braden Hodges, Max Hurd, and Cam Kojal. Top of the order, the dangerous part of the order for the Patriots. Gouda looking to get these first 2 outs before he turns over to Kojal once again.
And possibly this inning we'll see Grant Rankin clean up. Fourth in line.
Hodges steps in. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Scuda fixes his glove. He'll step on the rubber for the first pitch of this at-bat to Hodges. That pitch catches the outside corner. Another strike at the knees. Head of the count of Gouda is 1-0. 0-1, sorry. Pitch from Gouda. Barely missing the ankles of Hodges. That'll be ball number 1. Now 1-1 count. Gouda's 1-1 pitch. Straight down the middle. Another strike for Gouda. This is definitely the big inning for the Warriors. You don't want to have to give up a run here. The top of the order, the dangerous part, like I mentioned earlier. If you're able to get through this one quickly, as that one's hit tapper to first, still make that play. Stokes at first, making that easy play, taking himself. Now stepping into the lineup, into the box, is Max Hurd out there in center. Hurd, another 0-2. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 pop outs. That pitch is hit sharply to Stokes at first. Stokes making another play straight down the line. If Stokes is unable to make that play, that'll be a double probably for Hurd, as that one hits it straight over the first base there. But Stokes able to field his position, heading to his left, covering the bag, making both of these outs here early in the inning himself.
And that's such an important play for Stokes. It seems like such an easy ball. However, with missing that ball there, that simple but easy to make a big difference in this game.
The Vanderbilt commit Cam Kojal fouls that one back behind the plate into the net. Scuda looks on to Kojal. Kojal lays that one off, 1-1. It's a big out here for the Warriors. They're to get Kojal out. Kojal 1 for 2 on the day with 1 single and a ground out. That pitch from Kojal, that's a High fly ball into left field. Able to get under that one. Makes the running grab to end this inning. What a great play out there in left as they retire Kojal. Kojal now only 1 for 3. If you're a pitcher, that's a great day against Kojal.
And if you're Gouda, you gotta thank Davison Crowling for that, because that is just such a huge play that could have been so detrimental to this close game happening right now. So all is well for the Warriors right now.
And if Kryling is unable to make that play in left field, that'll be a guaranteed double, possibly even a triple, depending on how long it takes him to pick up the ball. As Kojal was already around first the time he made that catch.
And just knowing how quick Kojal is too, I definitely wouldn't put it past me that he's getting a triple on that play.
As now we hit the top of the hour, we're in the bottom of the 5th. Is Rankin stepping on the mound here for the 6th inning. 6 innings pitched from Gouda already for the Warriors. As Rankin will look to get through the top of the lineup. 2, 3, 4 due up for the Warriors. French will lead this one off. We get set to start the bottom of the 6th now. Leading off, Nikolai French. French yet to record an official at-bat. 2 walks, no hits, no outs from French yet. Now French first pitch. Does not swing at that one. That catches the top there corner for strike 1. Now Rankin gets ready for the 0-1 pitch. That one's outside, ball 1. French not really swinging the ball here today. Catching those good eyes. Just taking those 3 balls from Rankin, getting on to first on those walks. That pitch, a little bit outside, ball number 2. Rankin's 2-1 pitch to French. Another outside pitch. All these pitches almost in the same exact location in this at-bat. French yet to swing.
French is definitely aware of that, because he is a player that loves to get big hits. Team leader in doubles with 6, but he's having a great eye today so far.
Another pitch in that same spot almost. That one's called a strike, maybe just a little bit more over the plate is that one. Now the full count pitch from Rankin. Gets away from the catcher, another outside pitch.
3rd walk of the day.
French, yet still yet to record that official at-bat.
I think I'm just going to take a mental picture of French at first, having just being walked, because I'm getting pretty used to it, Zach.
Now Max Coughlin in the dugout lying to everyone, saying Zimmerman is a freshman. That one's hit straight up into the air and backwards. Zimmerman's pitch, it's a strike. Max, Jay, those Coughlin brothers, and the rest of the Warrior dugout, always active, yelling out for those players out on the diamond. That one's hit into the gap. That'll be a hit for Zimmerman as French moves up to 2nd. Now 2 runners, no outs for the Warriors. They got something brewing.
And Westside just loves playing that mental game. I'm sure it's in the pitcher's head now. No, he might, whether he knows it or not, they're telling him Michael's a freshman, and now they're taking him out. Zach, you like that move, as you called him slow in our last broadcast together, saying that catchers don't typically get triples.
I would like to add on to that comment. Zimmerman not being a slow catcher.
Okay.
But some of those others around the metro area and the rest in baseball.
Okay.
As that one's squared up by Stokes, not laying down the bunt. Warriors possibly looking to play a little bit small ball here, moving those runners up a base. And the pitch from Stokes, squared bunt down the 3rd base line. Perfect bunt. Stokes with the sacrifice bunt, moving over those runners, doing his job. The Warriors dugout letting Stokes know he did a perfect at his job there. We'll see a mound visit here now with runners at second and third from the Millard South coach. There is a player down there warming up in the bullpen on the right field line here, as it looks like this will probably end rankings day. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Patriots when we come back. So we welcome you back. The new pitcher on the mound for the Patriots, Bryson Botos. He's a sophomore. Another young pitcher we see. So he'll warm up here. Botos struggling with command in warm-ups. We know it's just warm-ups. Nothing matters yet. But definitely something to keep an eye on with him coming in a must-out situation with runners on second and third. And the question here, with Kreidling stepping into the box, can the Warriors get the clutch hit that they need to drive in the runs?
You know, the Warriors who have been able to pull off some pretty close games recently. The most recent one would be Bell East. I think they definitely have a very good chance of pulling something off like that, very similar today.
The fielders will go back towards their positions, and we'll get set here with Kreidling stepping in the box. Like you mentioned, the last close game for the Warriors was the Bell East game last week, but since then you've seen them take a hard loss to the #1 team, Millard West. And blowing out the new school out west, Westview, the Battle of the Wests. The Warriors taking that one pretty easily yesterday here at Warrior Field. Now the new pitcher, Botos pitch on to Kreidling, and that one swung on and missed.
And Kreidling taking a big swing there, knowing that a big hit is the play that's going to need to happen for Westside here with two base runners on second and third.
Botos pitch will be outside, ball one, now 1-1. Kreidling not necessarily needing to get a hit, maybe something up and out into the outfield, letting French tag up at third and getting the first run. Pitch from Botos, that'll be hit down the right field line, heading foul, just barely getting over the fence there. That's strike number 2 on that foul ball. You saw the right fielder running out there. He wouldn't have been able to make that play. It's a tall fence. A couple feet past that fence. There was no way he was going to make that play either way.
Definitely a valiant effort, though, running over there. But, yep, no dice.
Now Kreidling's 1-2 pitch from Botos. Be outside. Now 2-2. See that frame job from behind the plate there. Not able to fool the umpire into calling that one a strike. The big 2-2 pitch here from Botos to Kreidling. Kreidling swings and a miss. That's an out on strikes. Kreidling not making that big hit. And now a sacrifice fly won't score a run with 2 outs here now. Now Charlie Henningsen stepping into the box here. He's 0 for 2. One of those being a double play to end an inning. This is that slide on and stop there behind the plate. That's ball 1.
French is going to bounce back after taking a pretty big lead there to home after hoping that the catch would mess up another drop.
This is a 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled straight back towards those bleachers. That's why we have a net.
Yep. Even though the opposing team got to protect our Millard South fans.
It's the 1-1 pitch from Botos to Henningsen. Henningsen will hit that one straight back up to the middle. Kojal staying where he is, fielding his position, making that play look easy. The first baseman almost coming off the bag there. The Warriors runner, Henningsen, asking the umpire. I don't think he had his foot on the bag, but nevertheless, that'll be out number 3. The Warriors unable to get that big hit as we head into this last inning. Still scoreless.
Being the last inning, it's obvious that this is going to be super important here, but man, the Warriors really had a huge opportunity to capitalize there with 2 men on the bases, and they just, once again, could not capitalize. That is something that they're still struggling with, and we're really hoping that that's something they can pull together by the end of the season.
As Gouda back out on the mound for inning number 7. 6 innings, hasn't gave up a run yet. Absolutely great day out on the mound for Gouda.
Absolutely.
And to start this last inning, the top of the 7th, will be Grant Rakin, Brody Gindra, and Easton Mitchell. Rankin, the pitcher that was just pulled out, will step into the box. Last time he was up, he laid down a sacrifice bunt. Those runners moving up. Kojal not able to score after that, though. That's a hard cut from Rankin for strike number 1.
That's why they got him on cleanup, I guess. He's ready to hit.
Gouda able to retire the strong part of the lineup. Last inning, the 1-2-3. The 4-5-6 here, still a dangerous part for the Patriots. But the way Gouda's been pitching, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be able to handle these pitchers. As that one is a diving play from Rizak there at short. Another acrobatic play from Rizak.
And let me tell you, that is exactly why he is a Westside athlete. That is the exact same play that he wanted to make earlier in this game, and he was actually able to pull it off. What a play by Rizak.
That is just great awareness and great athleticism from Rizak there at short, and that's the exact reason why Coach Seals has him playing shortstop.
Exactly.
As now Brody Gindra hits that one back to Rizak. This one a much easier play for Rizak. Is he able to throw onto first to retire Gindra? Rizak taking both of these outs himself here in the top of the 7th.
Designated hitter number 10, Easton Mitchell.
Rizak's name has been called a lot. A lot of action for him out at short today. Easton Mitchell stepping into the box now. He's 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch from Gouda. That one's tapped to Gouda. Mitchell, mad, not even really running to first as he checks his bat in anger. I don't know if Mitchell didn't realize that's a fair ball or he was just mad at himself for making contact with that one.
I'm not sure, but regardless if he thought it was a fair ball or not, I don't think he had much of a chance.
You know, as a coach, the lack of hustle, maybe not what you wanted to see there from Mitchell. You know, everyone gets mad while playing sports.
Right.
Everyone's had their fair share of their emotions while playing sports. As you've seen the positive emotion from the Warriors dugout here in this game. But nonetheless, it's an out.
Right.
We head to the bottom of the 7th, still scoreless.
This is not, let me tell you, Zach, this is not what I was expecting from today's game. I thought this was going to be a pretty high-scoring game for both teams. And if future me told past me that there are going to be no runs in this game so far up to the top of this, or to the middle of the 7th, I would not believe myself. Probably.
There's a lot of great bats between both of these teams, whether that's the top of the order for both teams, Cam Kojal, Michael Zimmerman, those 2 sophomores for the Warriors. A lot of star power in this game, but even with all that power, We still have 0 runs out there on the scoreboard. And stepping into the box is that athletic shortstop, Anthony Rizak, showing off why he's such a great athlete in the top half of the 7th, making that diving play to save a hit earlier in this inning.
And so far, that was definitely the play of the game, if you were to ask me. So important and so athletic.
Rizak will look to add on to his 1-for-2 day already. Rizak been the story of this game. 1 very athletic catch, another very close one early in this game as he takes that pitch right down the gut for strike 1. The pitch from Botos swung on and missed from Rizak. Now 1-2. Rizak looks on to Botos for this 1-2 pitch. That one's outside, ball number 2. Umpire signals 2-2 is the count. The pitch from Botos to Rizak. Rizak swings and a miss. Another hard cut from Rizak, as he'll be retired on strikes to move on to the 8-hole hitter, Brody Gok. Not the start for the Warriors you want in this bottom of the 7th. This game looking like it may head to extra innings, but you never know. So Brody Gok steps in and takes that first pitch for a strike. So that pitch is outside as he evens out the count at 1-1. So that pitch is hit sharply straight, hitting the nets of the batting cages out there on the first base side.
And Gok, the leading hitter, the player with the leading hitting average for the Warriors with a 350.
That's a called strike 3 from Cahill behind the plate. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Warriors not down to their last out as the game's still tied. But Jack Schultz, the bottom of the lineup here, takes that on a swing and miss at strike number 1. Schultz looking to continue this game, trying to get a hit here. That one hits sharply straight back into the net. Strike 2.
And I think that this Warriors team has a lot of trust in Schultz, as he's definitely going to want to hit this thing all the way to the jock lot.
That one hits Schultz in the backs as he turned. This game will continue on that 0-2 pitch. Doming Schultz straight in the back. Schultz not showing any signs of pain after that pitch.
Right fielder number 4, Nick Ingvoldstad.
And his teammates know he's a tough guy. He's a real demon out on the field.
This will turn over to the top of the lineup. Nick Ingvoldstad stepping in the box. Schultz making a fake attempt there at first to steal. So there's a lot of emotion coming from these Warriors dugout here in the bottom of the 7th. They really want to get this run, walk off to end this game. As that pitch is high for ball number 2. It's a high pressure moment for Ingvoldstad. The question is, will Ingvoldstad be able to live up and continue this game? It's that pickoff attempt for Botos, trying to pick off Schultz at first. Schultz back with plenty of time. Now the 2-0 pitch from Botos. There's outside now 3-0. It's a dangerous situation for Botos as Ingvoldstad leading this team in hits. This is a nothing but green light situation for Ingvoldstad. Ingvoldstad taking that pitch straight down the gut, 3-1. Another green light situation here on this 3-1 pitch from Botos. What will Ingvoldstad do? Ingvoldstad will take ball 4 inside as this game continues once again. Now runners on first and second with Nikolai French stepping into the box. Nikolai French, once again, no hits today. Just 3 walks, that is.
And if the, well, now that we have a new pitcher, who knows? But if the trend continues, we could see Westside with another fully loaded bases situation, which with how the rest of this game has gone, I don't know if that's much to say if we won't go into extra innings, because Westside still has been unable to capitalize on loaded bases.
Quick little mound visit there from Coach Foley for the Patriots to try and calm Botos down. Now with a runner, speedster Jack Schultz out there at second. With 2 outs, runners running on contact. Any hit in the outfield will probably score Schultz. So that first pitch catches the outside corner. Strike 1 for French. French looks on with his 3 walks previously today. Now the 0-1-2 pitch from Botos. That's strike number 2. French getting down early in this count.
0-2 count for French. This is not something that we've been familiar with this game. Taking a big chip at that one.
Now the 0-2 pitch from Botos to French. It'll be swing and a miss. The 7 innings of this game will be over. We're on to extra innings. Still scoreless.
Wow.
0-0. Absolutely what we were not expecting.
I'm shocked.
From these teams.
You can tell French is definitely disappointed, kind of tosses his helmet down there, but being a third baseman, he's got to bounce back from that one and just focus on the next inning.
Now we got a defense infield change here. Ty Cellino, who made a couple pitch run appearances early in this game. He'll step out, take Rezak's spot at short.
And
That'll probably end Rezak's day, depending on if he gets another at-bat. But Cellino will step in for Rezak. But we have to mention once again, with Rezak leaving this game, that catch he made in the top of the 7th, fading to his right, a diving play to save a hit.
absolutely flawless play. I mean, as a coach, that's exactly what you want from your shortstop. Cellino's hoping to maybe have the same amount of success that Rezak had. The Simpson College commit. Simpson College has actually been a pretty common commitment spot for Westside athletes this year. We've had Ty Cellino, obviously, for baseball. We've had Sam Johnson pretty recently for wrestling. And then we also have the Barons twins, Griffin and Audrey, for football and volleyball. And they're actually in the stands for this game right now.
And Carson Durr will step in to the box to lead off this extra inning, the 8th inning. Gouda still on the mound as that pitch is hit sharply into center. Under that one, making the play.
And Schultz, even though he's a sophomore, great awareness, coming up to that ball quick, able to make the catch.
Number 18, J.D. Moffett.
Now stepping in is J.D. Moffett. He'll take that first pitch outside. It's ball number 1. Even though we're in these extra innings, this game is still under 90 minutes so far. So, not something super unusual. And unable to make that catch is Schultz, as that pitch will be down for a hit. J.D. Moffett on base after his 2 strikeouts earlier in this game. So you hear the words of encouragement, the excitement down there from the Millard South dugout. As Tyler Moriarty will step into the box. While we're talking there, the pitch runner, as he dives back, is Braden Georges. They want to have that speed out there for any chance to get free bases. As that bunt is laid down, Gouda coming off the mound, the throw to first, in time on that stretch. They call him safe. Safe is the call. Moffett reaching on that bunt.
That leaves the Westside players and Westside fans very stunned, as they thought that call was very questionable. Gouda clearly unhappy about that, as he definitely thought that was an out that he threw to Stokes.
Nevertheless, what the umpire says, the umpire goes with. So now runners on first and second Dangerous spot here for Gouda. As the top of the lineup comes up, Braden Hodges. Hodges will take that first pitch for a ball. Even with these 2 runners on base, still nobody out warming up in the bullpen. So this is Gouda's game to continue. Gouda stares down Hodges and Zimmerman down there at the plate. His 1-0 pitch. Squares to bunt. And the throw from Zimmerman all the way across to second base. Cholino making the catch, preventing it from going in the outfield. But back easily out there at second. J.D. Moffitt. Hodges will step in for this 2-0 pitch from Gouda. That pitch outside. Gouda frustrated with that call. Zimmerman frustrated with that call. They thought that one was in their first strike.
And a 3-0 count for Gouda is very uncommon. Haven't seen much of that this game.
The 3-0 pitch here from Gouda. That's out in the strike zone. Wonder why that pitch was a strike. Maybe not the last one. It was Gouda and Zimmerman behind the plate.
Hey, try to get a little forgiveness pitch there. Maybe looking back on it, knew that that pitch was not a ball.
And that pitch from Gouda is fouled straight back to the dugout. I was just going to say, is Gouda's magic starting to wear off now in these extra innings? But these last 2 pitches have been great pitches from Gouda. Now full count, Hodges. It's a very, very important pitch if you're Gouda on the mound. That pitch is high and outside. Gouda now loading the bases as Coach Seals will step out of the dugout, ask for time, and he'll go out and talk to his pitcher out on the mound. Now a very dangerous situation if you're the Warriors. If bases loaded, only 1 out. Anything into the outfield probably scores Moffitt out there on third. So now you see here with this mound visit, you see players go out and warm up into the pen.
Jay Coglin's going out there, starting to warm up.
But the better question is it going to be too late the time Coglin's ready to come in? Him just heading over there first, starting to warm up. This is a longer mound visit from Coach Seals as the home plate umpire, Larry Cahill, will step out there and tell him, the meeting's over. We need to start this game back up.
And Gouda's going to need all the support he can as of right now, Westside's lost a lot of momentum that they had earlier. Even though scoreless the whole game, they did have some momentum. Brothers all rallying together.
The pinch runner, George, is down there at third. Moffitt at second. And Hodges down there at first. Is this first pitch from Gouda? That one's in there for a strike. Very important first pitch. Strike called for Gouda. Hurd now in the box. He's 0 for 3 on the day. This pitch is outside. As the throw down to first, making a jumping ground down there, and Stokes at first. Sigh of relief from that Westside dugout. As Hurd steps back here in the box, Kojal on deck. Not somebody you're going to want to have to face, but it appears you're probably going to have to face him. As that one's hit sharply, French diving at third, the out, but scoring is the pitch runner, Georges, as the first run of the game scores here, 1-0 Millard South.
And now
Hurd doing his job, scoring the run. Westside getting that important out, but Kojal stepping up into the box. Nobody is safe from this man.
And this is the absolute last guy you want up in the batter's box with 2 guys on bases at the top of the 8th inning. This is not what Westside wants right now, and they're going to hope that they can stop it while they can.
Kojal only 1 for 3 on the day. As he swings very hard there on that pitch. Gouda ahead in the count early, 0-2. But there is no reason Kojal's worried here. He's the best player in the state. He's always looking to swing the bat. As he swings and a miss, that's strike 3.
And
Gouda, as you hear the roar from the crowd, everyone is hyped after you get that man out, Cam Kojal. Cam Kojal upset with himself there. But regardless, the Patriots played the run they need. They head into the lead. The Warriors down to their final 3 outs. You have to score a run or the game's over.
And that is a huge, huge moment for Gouda. I mean, this is the guy that is, Cam Kojal is the guy that has made this game so important for Gouda. And with the bases fully loaded, Gouda was able to keep his composure and only let off 1 run in such a dire situation.
Bodos will step back onto the mound to start this very, very must-hit situation for the Warriors. To lead off this inning is Michael Zimmerman. Zimmerman, 1 for 2 on the day. He reached on an error earlier in the first. In his last at-bat, a single. The Warriors dugout maybe a little quieter now as they start to feel this pressure down 1.
Bottom of the 8th, and we're going to the plate for the Warriors with number 11, Michael Zimmerman.
The senior committed to Sioux Falls, Michael Zimmerman, steps into the box.
And Zimmerman's had some big hits this season, and he's definitely looking to start off this inning with even more.
It's a hard cut there behind that one is Zimmerman. And if you're looking to score a run quickly, Zimmerman's your guy. He has that power to hit that one to the outfield or over the wall for a home run. As this pitch is outside, that's ball number 1. And the wind kind of dying down here, maybe gusting as I'm saying that. But
I think you cursed yourself. I'm definitely starting to feel it pick up a little bit more.
As that pitch is swung, that's high the wrong way, backwards. You hear Coach Steele saying, "Come on, Michael." As Zimmerman steps into the box for this 1-2 pitch from Bodos. As he swings, that's a tapper to Bodos back at the mound. Bodos fielding that one onto first for out number 1. Now the Warriors down to their final 2 outs. The first baseman, Andy Stokes, will step into the box. Stokes, 1 for 2 on the 0 for 2. That pitch is those words of encouragement from Stokes as he heads back to the dugout.
Kreiling has hit some big hits in the clutch for this Westside team, particularly the 3-run home run against Gretna.
Kreiling will take the first pitch there for a ball. Warriors back up against their wall. Have to score a run in this inning as that pitch is hit straight to second. This will end the game. Patriots take this one in extras. Sigh of disappointment from the Warriors dugout as they really thought they were able to stay in this one. No runs in the first 7 innings of this game. Still a great game from Gouda on the mound as he pitches the entire game. Just that 1 inning kind of got away from him, as that will be the story of this game. That 1 inning, the top of the 8th, that first extra inning, is the result of the 1 run that wins this game. As the Warriors drop this one, they'll drop to 10-9, only a game above 500, not the season the Warriors were hoping for.
And although the game did end in a loss for the Warriors, it's something that I don't think they can be too disappointed about, as I don't think this is a game that many people thought they were going to win. And with the music queued up, we're reminding the Warriors to take it easy and hope to play better in the next one.
The Warriors do drop this one 0-1, but if you're Coach Seals, you can't be mad at the defensive play today. The pitching from Gouda, the reason he lost is behind the plate. The Warriors just unable to get those hits with the runners in scoring position. The story of their life, the story of the season, just another reason why they dropped this game.
Exactly.
So we'll get ready to say goodbye here on WTV Live. The Warriors dropped this game 1-0. Any final words from you, Jackson?
Not much. It was a great game to watch, although limited scoring, and I'm looking forward to watching the next one. This has been Jackson Ingvoldstad.
Zachary Kastrick, as we end this very quick game ending in less than an hour and a half. Thank you for tuning in here on the WTV Live Network. And until next time, go Warriors.